Hi there, so I'm going to continue now. Soon it's the last film of Hobbits tonight, we watch that. Therefore I chose this quote to have up. And I didn't find a lot on Wikipedia, I just briefly checked through it, but what I want to share about totems, or actually it said there that it's a wrong way of using that word and so on, so I don't know, I don't put too much emphasis on that, but okay, probably I should respect that if some tribes or whatever think it's, I don't know, I didn't even read the whole thing actually. But that's the word I've used. Maybe like I think about also the Sami people, the native Swedes that I come from as well. All of those have the bear, like a clan totem you can say, or actually it's our mother. It's the said to be, but still maybe that is more like a totem as they mean. I must read up on that sometime when I care. You know, I'm a spiritual anarchist, so also I have if you hear this, I have I have those what are they called? Dreamcatcher earrings. They make quite some sounds when I move my head. Anyways, I like them. Well, so, but briefly I can say that if you're new to this, you can actually do a journey, trance journey, and meet just totem, if you call it that, or spiritual animal, without any previous experience or training. I think everyone that I've done it with, maybe one was a little bit was not so concentrated because I recorded it and that was weird, but still that person also experienced something. But all the other ones I think have had strong experiences of meeting their, as I call them, totem then. Usually I've seen it beforehand what they have, but yeah, so they didn't or haven't been those who have practiced a lot with these kinds of things. So you can do that if you're curious on these kinds of things. And then if you meet, maybe they can show you what they want, but if you want to work with it or access its strength and knowledge more, or insights, its capacities, capabilities, you can get to know it better and see how that reflects you, or potential things that you can develop, as well as things you can do to closer connect with your totems, is to, for example, draw them, or you can have statues, you can have pictures up on them. You can also, obviously, you can add to some those who preserve or help that kind of animal. There are so many things, but everything you do to connect with that, also in communication in this other realm, so to speak, with to get closer to a totem and communicate with it and feel it and so on. That's awesome. You can go even deeper and closer into it, but that's like a beginning phase. And I don't think you need to go further right now, right? Yeah, it's the parts of ourselves that get enhanced or strengthened through this connection. But these, as I see them, they are not, obviously, as everything else that I work with, it's not imaginary. It's not. It could be even very potentially strengthening to imagine these things as well. So even if you would think of it that way, I think it's helpful. But it's really more powerful than that. And even those who may not seem as the most powerful ones, they have a lot to contribute with. If you learn to see their specialities and how they work in the world and what how they do their things and so on, you will be amazed. So, yeah. Okay. I think actually I have a book I just now realized that I should probably read from, maybe. Because I have up Teal Swan's page now. I probably should read that maybe first. But no, I feel like reading that book now. From the beginning of that book. Maybe I should. I should maybe read all those totems that's in that book. It's Native American, but I think it must say something in the beginning about them. I don't know if I read that even, but now I could do it. I will go check if I found that. Wait a second. Yeah, so the medicine oracle cards, I think they're called. I've had them for a super long time, but I haven't used them as cards very much. Actually, a few times with you, I'm sure, but yeah. I gave these to my mom, 2004, and I wrote a few more things here, but this is your continuation day. We are neither born nor dies, we are eternal. We just hide out sometime. So, her birthday, this must have been then. And she didn't use it a lot, so then it was mine. So let's see here. There is a lot of animals here also. I have no glasses, but I think it will go well. In compiling the medicine that we have learned from the animal kingdom and our teachers throughout the years, we have discovered that these teachings need to be released in order to aid the mass consciousness. Introduction here is maybe I should say, by Jamie Sams and David Carson. Yeah. In the spirit of the Wolf Clan, we as teachers have therefore chosen to devise a method of divination to assist each soul to find its personal pathway through the medicine of animals. I probably should read all of these for you. Do you want me to? Then you can do like this for this. I like it to do this. It's fun to just use a number, since I won't pull cards here, I don't think. You could. Maybe I should use these for card spreads, but so right now I won't. We'll see where. Oh, it was in the beginning. Wait a sec. Here. There are 52 animals mentioned here. So you can just choose a number from 1 to 52. Like 1 each week it could be. For the year if I took 1 in a week. But I will do them quicker, I'm sure. So to see if that have anything to say to you. Actually, you could read these also reversed, and that have quite a different meaning, but probably, hopefully, you will realize what is for you, since I don't pull the cards. Maybe when I've read through these, I will also pick cards. We will see. Okay. The teachings vary from tribe to tribe, therefore we have used certain aspects of each animal medicine to relay life lessons that apply to the human search for unity with all our relations. It is through nature that the teachings come, and it is through nature that we will all return. You can write it below if you want to, the number of the the number you choose. Maybe you have this so you know what it is, but if you just... I won't read it, but you read it yourselves. Yeah. And get to know each other if you're more than one there. Where was I now? Yeah. It is through nature that teachings come, and it is to nature that we will all return. Each part of creation has a distinctive and valid place in the medicine wheel of all that is. I love the medicine wheel. Now when I work so much with the medicine, the wheel is what means even more to me. Let's see. Well, they mentioned a lot of tribes that they have gotten teachings from many elders, or it's been handed down to them in like... They mentioned 9 tribes. Due to the diverse teachings of these traditions, we have only scratched the surface of a deep understanding that is possible within the system of this divination. Our purpose is creating this system is not to cover all the teachings on animal medicine that have ever been. Our intention as shamans and healers is to begin a process for many people who have never understood their connection to our Mother Earth and all her creatures. We hope to open a new doorway of understanding for those who seek the oneness of all life. The visions that we have been given of this system are that it is a fun bridge which will aid in the understanding of what it means to walk in balance on the Mother Earth. Our personal power animals have spoken to us through the Dream Lodge and have asked for our assistance in spreading the understanding that all life is sacred, and in sharing the lessons which they have to impart. So this system of divination and understanding has brought great medicine to our own lives and has been a very powerful and joy-filled journey in the making. It is a giveaway from the four-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned ones and winged ones. The furred, brukar man säga också. You used to say that, also the furred one. May it enrich the lives of all of you whom it touches, and may all of you feel our love as you journey with us. Yeah. 4 winds. Tanahu Wiyo. Eller hur man uttalar, or how you pronounce it. It is said it is good. Okay. To understand the concept of medicine in the Native American way, one must redefine medicine. The medicine referred to in this book is anything that improves one's connection to the great mystery and to all life. This would include the healing of body, mind and spirit. This medicine is also anything that brings personal power, strength and understanding. It is the constant living of life in a way that brings healing to the Earth Mother and to all our associates, family, friends and fellow creatures. Native American medicine is an all-encompassing way of life, for it involves walking in the Mother Earth, on the Mother Earth, in perfect harmony with the universe. Our fellow creatures, the animal, exhibit habit patterns that we relay these messages of healing to anyone astute enough to observe their lessons on how to live. The precious gifts of true medicine are free. Each lesson is based on one major idea or concept, and for the sake of simplicity, each animal has been assigned one of these lessons. In reality, each animal in creation has hundreds of lessons to impart, and all of those lessons are powers that can be called upon. When you call upon the power of an animal, you are asking to be drawn into complete harmony with the strength of that creature's essence. Gaining understanding from these brothers and sisters of the animal kingdom is a healing process and must be approached with humility and intuitiveness. Certain aspects of these lessons given by the brothers and sisters have been chosen to reflect the lesson each spirit needs to learn on the good red road. These are the lessons of being human, being vulnerable, and seeking wholeness with all that is. They are a part of the pathway to power. The power lies in the wisdom and understanding of one's role in the great mystery and in honoring every living thing as a teacher. The lessons taught are eternal and they are forever forthcoming. If the learning is over, so is the magic and the life. And this is very much a little bit about the divination system as well, but I will still read that. I think, let's see. Yeah, this system of divination is one tiny aspect of the process of teaching a person how to be intuitive, how to seek the truths of nature, how to relate to the great mysterious creatures, and how to observe the obvious in the silence. This silence of the quiet mind is the sacred fertility of the receiving spirit. If you use this divination tool in silence, you will find a wondrous new world speaking to you through the ways of your fellow creatures. It is possible to find animals to speak to you in a particular way, the way of power. These creatures' may carry special medicine to you and will call to you in the dream time if you are to study them more closely. Your power ally is a certain species with which you have recognized an important connection. This species becomes your teacher, with whom you allow yourself to grow and learn. Nothing can replace the observation of these creatures in their natural habitats, for this connection connects you with the earth, the animal, and the great mystery. Yeah, of course, if that's possible. That's to prefer. The spirits of the power ally may choose at times to enter the consciousness of one who has walked the medicine way for many years and align itself to aid in healings. This is a part of the initiation process of animal medicine and brings great power to the healer. In learning to call on the medicine of any person, creature, or natural force, one must maintain an attitude of reverence and be willing to accept assistance. For instance, small native children know that if they are lost, they may call on the medicine of their parents. This brings the child the strength of their parents, even though they are not physically present. The parents will feel the pull of the child's need and oftentimes will be able to see physically through the eyes of the child and determine its location. This is a kind of power that comes from the idea of unity and of each being having with itself a part within itself, a part of all other beings. It is the law of oneness. It is also possible to call upon the power of medicine of an animal when one is in need of specific talents. As all things in this universe have the same building block, the atom, it is relatively safe to assume that we all communicate through the common denominator of each atom, which is the creative force or great spirit that lives within the great mystery. It is the teaching of these truths that has brought native people to understanding, and it's these same truths that may open this door for you. In ancient times, an initiate seeker, a person needing guidance, would come from before the elders. The elders were usually 6 in number and sat in the north. The elders were wise, not simply because they had led a long life, but because they knew the inner secrets. They understood the wolf trails of the mankind, experienced many powerful visions, and owned their powers as gifts. Picture, if you can, a roaring council fire and 6 elders sitting in the north under a new crescent moon. The crescent moon is drawn on the earth in corn pollen. 3 elder men sit on the left as you approach them from the south, and 3 elder women sit on the right. In the darkness, the old ones are splashed in firelight. You sit in front of the second or middle man. His fierce, bird-like eyes hold you like a vise. He holds up a headed medicine bag or pouch. It is covered in symbols and power designs, and it is fringed on the bottom. The middleman motions for you to reach inside. You do so. You pull out perhaps a wolf tooth or bear claw. He tells you to place it on the ground between the 2 of you in a specific position. You do so. Then you take other items from the pouch and place them with the first item. Each position or direction has meaning, and each object is a lesson or talent. The middle woman looks at the objects you have selected and at the configuration you have placed them in. She begins speaking to you in a soothing voice. She seems to know all about you. She seems to reach inside to your very soul. She's a guide and a wise counselor, She is able to tell you if and how you have parted from your trail. She is able to tell you if some mischievous person or power has tricked you and how they have done so. She is able to advise you on any health problems you may have. She is able to guide your spiritual development. She causes you to look within yourself as never before, and you discover your harmony with all creation. She is able to give you advice on any question. When you leave the elders, you feel empowered and able to meet any situation. You feel complete. The need for this type of guidance exists today. This is the function of the medicine cards. We are in an age that has severed itself from nature and magic. The medicine cards are a method for remedying that dissociation. Okay, I will read a little bit more. This was very beautiful. And I really experienced that so very much when I met Mama Selmira, this oh, my cat woke up. This medicine woman from the Amazon who had been have been a medicine woman for 60 years. She just knew, right? She knew like everything when she looked on, not even had to look at someone. She heard the names and she just knew. And I saw her do that with other people, so yeah, awesome. Although I also have a lot of gifts, she had way more experience and understanding and practice than I. So, each and every person has 9 power or totem animals that represent the medicine they carry in the earth walk. These animal or creatures being emulate each person's abilities, talents, and challenges. For instance, if a person is connected to wolf as a power animal, the person is a born teacher, pathfinder, innovator, and self-starter. This does not necessarily mean that the person has acknowledged those gifts and is using them to the fullest. It can mean that wolf is there to bring that person to understanding of the talents they need developing. If the person is ignoring those talents, you might say that wolf would be appearing to the contrary. As you come into the earth walk, there are 7 directions surrounding your physical body. These directions are east, south, west, north, above, below, and within. The direction called within exists within you, but also surrounds you, since the entire universe is inside of your consciousness. You have a totem animal in each of these 7 directions to teach you the lessons of these directions. To find these totem animals for yourself, spread the cards face down in front of you in an arc. You can choose for like east, south, west, north, above, below, and within. You can just choose a number for each of those if you wish to. And then when I read, I will say the number and then I read all these 52, not in one sitting though, but one each day or something, okay? So I will get there to your, and you will have enough to work with when you get one. So if you wish to do this. And also I experienced that it depends a bit how, maybe you just experience the presence more if you work with these in these fields more, because it seems like some have, and also in certain, maybe they are not totems then, but you have certain spirit animal helpers that come and go also sometimes. And that's why in certain situations maybe you have more, because you need that at a time. So yeah. Okay. So yeah. They describe it here as the east golden door or entry point in the medicine shield, on the medicine shield. East, south, southwest, north, above, below, within. Yeah. But east is the first you should start with here. In Muneki we start with the south. Yeah. Quiet yourself and ask in a reverent manner that the creature beings, which are your silent guides and helpers, guide your hand. Yeah, when you choose the cards. You can also see within you, of course, and not wait for me to read it to you. What comes to you? Well, I don't need to describe how to just pick the cards here. Yeah. So. But I will read about the significance of the 9 totem animals. East. The animal in the east guides you to your greatest spiritual challenges and guard your path in illumination. South. The animal in the south protects the child within and reminds you when to be humble and when to trust, so that innocence will be balanced in your personality. West. The animal in the west leads you to your personal truth and inner awareness. It also shows you the path to your goals. North. The north animal gives wise counsel and reminds you when to speak and when to listen. I'm going to start to work in the north now, by the way, with a hummingbird. That's interesting. It's a very quiet and peaceful way of working. I look forward to that in a couple of weeks. It also reminds you to be grateful for every blessing every day. Above. The above animal teaches you how to honor the great star nation and reminds you that you came from the stars and to the stars you will return. This animal is also the guardian of the dream time for your personal access to the other dimensions. Below. The below animal teaches you about the inner earth and how to stay grounded and on the path. Within. The within animal teaches you how to find your heart's joy and how to be faithful to your personal truths. It is also the protector of your sacred space, the space that is yours alone and is never shared except by invitation. Right side. This animal protects your male side and teaches you that no matter where you turn, it will be your father protector within. This animal also carries your courage and warrior spirit. Left side. This animal is the protector of your female side and teaches you that you must learn to receive abundance as well as to nurture yourself and others. Yeah, to receive is emphasized. The left side animal is also your teacher about relationships and mothering. The medicine wheel. All space is sacred space. Every inch of Mother Earth, that is, holds a specially energized connection to some living creature and is therefore to be honored. The medicine wheel is a physical expression of this knowledge and can be used to set up sacred ceremonial space. It is constructed by placing 12 large stones in a circle, similar to the face of a clock. The 4 largest stones are placed in the 4 cardinal directions. Begin by placing the stone in the south, the place of the child, where life begins. Then move to the west, to the north, and finally to the east. The eastern stone is placed last because the space inside of the circle is filled by spirit entering through the eastern door. Ah, beautiful. That's why. The golden door to illumination is the eastern door. When it is about to be closed, it is time to ask Spirit to fill the space so that mutual honoring and love can occur. This is one of the traditional ways to build a medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is used to gather together the energies of all the animals or creature beings, the stone people, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandfather Sun, Grandmother Moon, the Sky World or Star Nation, the Subterraneans, the Standing People or Trees, the Two-Legged or Humans, the Sky Brothers and Sisters, and the Thunder Beings. These we consider to be all our relations in the native teachings. Ceremony is a method of honoring and recognizing the connections to all life through the expression of gratitude in chants, dances, and rituals. It is always done with guidance of Great Spirit and the Great Mystery. The medicine wheel is a symbol for the wheel of life, which is forever evolving and bringing new lessons and truths to the walking on the path. The earth walk is based upon the understanding that each one of us stand on every spoke of the great wheel of life many times, and that every direction is to be honored. Until you have walked in and out of the moccasins or stood on their spokes of the wheel, you will never truly know their hearts. The medicine wheel teaches us that all lessons are equal, as are all talents and abilities. Every living creature will one day see and experience each spoke of the wheel and know these truths. The medicine wheel is a pathway to truth and peace and harmony. The circle is never ending, life without end. In experiencing the good red road, one learns the lessons of physical life or of being human. This road runs south to north in the circle of the medicine wheel. After the graduation experience of death, one enters the blue or black road. That is the world of the grandfathers and grandmothers. In spirit, one will continue to learn by counseling those remaining on the good red road. The blue road of spirit runs east to west. The medicine wheel is life after life, rebirth, and the honoring of each step along the way. Okay, one way of seeing it. I will also read about the medicine shield, then I will pause. I didn't read about what Teal said here, you can Google it yourself. The medicine shield is an expression of the unique gifts its maker wishes to impart about his or her current life journey. A medicine shield can speak of a new level of personal growth, or it can illustrate the next mountain a person wishes to climb. Traditionally, The shield a warrior carried spoke inner strengths he would use to help the tribe. The shield of a native woman spoke of her gifts of nurturing and her talents in the areas of vision, healing, weaving, magic, singing, dancing, and beading. Shields spoke of their bearers' places in the tribal family and of the totems they carried. By invoking recognition for the gifts of another, the medicine shield were a way of to create harmony in the family, tribe, and nation. Shield spoke of the inner truths as well as the outer personalities of the makers. Each woman made her own shield. Each man would choose a brother who honored his own medicine to make his shield. This was to prevent the male ego from getting in the way of truth. Funny. Women were already connected to their intuitive sides and were more readily able to receive what their beating voices told them about their gifts. Women also understood the concept of sisterhood and left the role of protector to the men, while they took the role of mothers of the creative force. Thus women made their own shields with humility and creativity. To lie about your gifts was a great disgrace. To lie about anything, for that matter, could cause permanent exile from the tribe. Those who had lied and been exiled usually found jobs servicing white men as guides, or assisting the cavalry as forked-tongue interpreters. Shields that had lied were burned in a ceremony of great mourning, and the makers of these shields became invisible to the others of the tribe and nation. Many times a shield would be made for the initiation of a project and would contain the desired outcome. Other shields would be made to tell stories of a battle, a hunt, or a vision quest. When a special ceremony was to be celebrated, a shield would be made to depict the joy of the tribe and the spirits that would interact with the people. Shields were made as talismans for easy births, abundant harvests, or signs of rites of passage into manhood or womanhood. When a marriage was to take place, the shields of the bride and groom were placed opposite their respective owners in order to reveal the inner secrets of the partner's soul to the intended. After the bride and groom had jumped the fire together, the shields were hung on lanes that crossed and joined as one on the door of the wedding lodge. These shields also went to the poke lodge with those who crossed over into the worlds of spirit. This was a sign of successful completion of the earth walk and signaled the talents of the person crossing over to the grandfather and grandmothers who had gone before. A Sundance shield is made as a symbol of the male dancer's desire to sacrifice the flesh of his body for world's peace. This shield is a sign of the life patterns which that warrior is giving away within himself to promote both world peace and self-harmony. It speaks of his desire to come in humility, to dance the sun in light, to seek the vision of what is needed, and to bear the pain of all our relations. Wow. The secret shield of the women of the Moon Lodge speak of these women's talents and inner strengths that support their sisters. These shields are never shown to the outside world, since each one represents the sacred inner space of its maker. Each woman reveals her inner self to her sisters in complete trust, but never shows her total face to the outer world. This is to protect the creative force she carries in her womb space, the force that allows the rhythms of the earth and moon. Every shield carries medicine. Through its art and self-expression, each shield is the essence of a time and space that carries certain aspects of knowledge. All persons carry shields of the lessons they personally learned from the 4 directions of the medicine wheel. These lessons can be inclusive of their strengths and weaknesses, their talents and gifts, and their visions, purposes, and places in life. The totem of each direction can be expressed through a feather, a paw, print, a symbol, or a piece of the totem animal's horn, tooth, bone, hide, fur, or tin. Each shield is for its maker a reminder of his or her connection to life. In times of uncertainty, a medicine shield is a source of comfort, a source of protection from fear, and a reminder of this serenity of centered knowingness and connection. To balance the energy of uncertainty, the shield is meditated upon by its maker. As he or she enters the silence, questions of self-mystery are answered. Medicine shields represent signposts that guide our passage to wisdom and completion. It is the task of this earth walk to balance the shields of the self. In striving to be whole, we reflect the harmony as well as the discord of our many fragments. Medicine shields reminds us of the fact that all things have their perfect time and place in life. Joys are balanced by tears, sacred silence by irreverent clowning, self-esteem by humility, giving by receiving, day by night, light by shadow, and wisdom by innocence. To walk in balance is to honor all aspects of humanness in their proper times, and to find sacredness in them all. Medicine shields are the healing tools we give ourselves to soothe the spirit and empower the will. The truth needs no explanation, just reflection. This allows intuition to guide the heart so that humankind may celebrate more than it mourns.